Welcome back to the Love Talk Show, and today's show part 3 of our 3-part show, Love and Mess Do Not Match.
Yes. But before we get into any mess and into any love.
And we're not getting into any mess, by the way, just to make it clear.
We are into other people's
no
mess.
No mess here.
We are gonna go for one of my favorite parts of this show. It's time for Dear Love Talk.
And it's Dear Love Talk time. Well, usually at this time we take the opportunity to, help people in general, singles and couples. As a matter of fact, when we answer any questions to someone who is married, who is in a relationship, also helps those who are single. Because eventually I believe those who are single, they are always watching us. Their desire one day is to be in a relationship, right? To make things right, to make the right decisions, and in order to make that relationship work. So whenever we answer a question here to someone who is in a relationship, someone who is married, as we are about to do, it's helpful to those who are also single, right?
Yeah, and it's very nice to answer a specific question, because people who watch us, it's helpful, it's beneficial to them, but sometimes they have a very specific situation and they'd like a solution or a help or a tip on how to go about it. So it's one of the reasons why I like Dear Love Talk so much, because we can help you specifically. So if you have any question that you'd like to ask us about your relationship or about the future, you're single but you'd like to know how to proceed so that the day comes when you have a relationship, write to us at questions@lovetalkshow.tv.
That's right. So let's go into the question right now. So the person says the following: I would like your advice. I got married 18 years ago, but the marriage was rocky from the start. We argued a lot, and I always threatened him that if things continue that way, I will divorce him. One day he got tired of my threats and decided to file for divorce himself. We regretted that decision immediately after the divorce was final, and began seeing each other again a few years later, and have been dating, if I can say it like that. We are considering remarrying, but I'm a little afraid that we might mess it up again. We haven't slept together, as I have decided I won't until we are married. But my question is it a good idea to marry your ex? Can a couple make it work the second time around?
Very interesting question.
Yes.
Very interesting situation.
Which I believe many people go through, not only those who have divorced, but perhaps split up for some reason. Well, this is not a problem. It's not a problem at all. You just need to go to the bottom of the problem. Make sure that whatever caused friction between the two of you, whatever caused you to divorce at first, is solved. Otherwise, you're going to have issues again. I mean, as you already divorced, that wasn't the idea anyway, and I believe they have tried in many ways to fix that issue, to no avail, apparently. That's why they divorced. But, the problem here, the question here is not whether you can or should remarry your ex. The question here is the root of that problem, or has the root of that problem been uprooted? Have you dealt with that? That's the first question. Otherwise, you will go back, you will get married again, and eventually have issues in the future.
Yeah, you will marry the same man, or you want to marry the same man again, but what are you doing differently?
Exactly.
Something very interesting in her email, she said that whenever they had problems, she would threaten him. If you don't change, if this continues, I'll divorce you. And you can tell that this is just an immature attitude. You're just trying to get a reaction from your partner.
You're trying to blackmail your partner.
And then eventually she did get a reaction from him, because he got tired of hearing threats and said, okay, that's what you want, then I am going to file for divorce myself. So obviously it's not what either of them wanted, but pride got in the way, and well, they regretted it immediately. So that's one thing already for you not to do, you who are married. Don't threaten your partner. Or if you don't do this, I'm gonna leave. Unless you were really prepared to do it. It's one thing that I always tell women. They say a lot, oh, I'm going to leave, I'm going to whatever. When they're not really prepared to do it, it's just blackmail, really.
I mean, as I said, it's an emotional blackmail, right? So you're trying to get something from your partner, a reaction. Perhaps she doesn't say what exactly caused that problem, why she was threatening him. She doesn't say that, so it's a bit difficult. But even so, even if she gives us a reasonable explanation, she gives us the reason why she was threatening him, and she may even say, I had the right to do that. But it doesn't work. It doesn't, because it backfires. It backfired on her because he decided, okay, then I'm going to divorce. So when she least expected, he divorced, he filed for divorce. And then she was now left alone, wondering what could be. So that's not the way to go. The way to go is to assess the situation, address the issues, and talk. Obviously, you have to draw a line. Let's say betrayal or physical abuse, or I don't know. You draw the line. Listen, if it doesn't change, obviously, this cannot work.
Of course.
But not simply threatening. I will divorce you. I will leave you.
Anything, or I'll leave.
Any small thing, and as I said, it backfires. So. Once again, the point here is not whether you should marry him again or not. The point here is the issue solved? Have you talked about it? Have you made amendments? Have you two come to a common ground and said, okay, it's not going to happen again. We're not going to treat each other that way anymore. I won't do that anymore. You won't do that anymore. Good, let's work on it. Then obviously, go ahead. You've been together for 18 years. I don't know, they may even have children. You have a family, you build a family. The point is solving that problem. So don't worry about papers, don't worry about putting a ring back on your finger or having the ceremony again. To be honest with you, you don't even need that. You don't even need that. You already done that before. So this is just, to be honest with you, this is just a facade right now. The most important thing is to work on your issues. Apparently you still love each other. There is something there that you can rescue, that you can revive, you can bring back to life. Do it, but do it intelligently, as we say here. Not emotionally, not threatening, not by emotionally blackmailing your spouse. It doesn't really work. Okay? So hopefully we've helped you and those who knows, are also going through that. And if you are going through that, visit our website, lovetalkshow.tv. You're going to get a lot of information there, sections of the website in which you're gonna see and come across something else that will perhaps open your eyes about intelligent love.
Yeah, and of course, you see, what you said is so true. They have to fix the issues before they get married again. But don't think that marriage is work-free. Oh, since we fixed the issues, now we're going to be happy the way that we weren't the first time. Yes, you will, but you're still going to have to work. Marriage is work. You always have to work on it.
It's not only for those who are in this situation, even those of you who are willing, planning to get married. You are engaged, you're dating, and you're seeing few issues there. Deal with those. Deal with those. Don't deal with them in an emotional way. Don't ignore, don't cover it, don't pretend it's not there. You have to deal with that. No, but if I confront him, if I confront her, he might get upset, she might get upset.
Or
I may end up losing this person. Okay, so if you don't deal with that, you're going to lose anyway, and it's going to be heartbreaking, it's going to be even more painful, okay? So questions@lovetalkshow.tv, that's our email, so you can send us your questions, your, anything you'd like advice on, and lovetalkshow.tv is our website. We're going to go for a quick break, and after the break, we're going to watch Samuel and Mary together, sharing with us how they managed to overcome the mess that they were into in regard to their love life, okay? Don't go anywhere.